Hey Palmer, this is Kiana.
And this is Priscilla, and we're going to teach you about forces in one dimension.
Now let's get on to the learning objectives and demonstrations. For our learning objectives, our first demonstration will be how to calculate the acceleration of the blanket using the formula sigma F equals m times a.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Wait,
Physics.
what do we do?
The board! So how do we calculate this?
I got it. To find out who will win in this little match of tug of war, first you will have to calculate the net force. You do this by subtracting the lesser force from the greater force. In this demonstration, Kiana would have the force of 10 newtons and Priscilla would have the force of 8 newtons. The resultant of that product would be 2 newtons in total. Now to calculate the acceleration of the blanket, you would have to use the equation A equals sigma F over m. M would be 2 kg, and the resultant from the net force would be 2 newtons. To show the demonstration clearly, here's an example of a free body diagram of the tug-of-war match. All in all, Kiana would win the tug-of-war match because she had 2 newtons more force than Priscilla did. Our next demonstration would be how to calculate the net force of 2 forces exerting opposite forces onto one object. Hey! I bet you I'm stronger than you.
Girl, you wish.
You know what? Let's put it to the test.
Let's do it.
Wait! Why are you stronger than me?
I don't know.
Physics! So why is Priscilla stronger than Kiana in pushing this ball inward? So to find out the answer to this question, you'd have to find the net force. And you can do that by subtracting the lesser force from the greater force. In this demonstration, Priscilla had 6 newtons of force and Kiana had 4 newtons of force. If you subtract these two, the resultant net force would be 2 newtons. To have a clear demonstration of the situation, here is an example of a free body diagram. As you can see, with Priscilla pushing in from the left with 6 newtons of force and Kiana from the right with 4 newtons of force, Priscilla would win with the resultant of 2 newtons of force. Our next demonstration would be how to calculate the net force of opposite up and down forces.
What's up? Oh, yeah. Okay.
So just how much force was needed for the phone to spring up and down? To answer this question, we first would have to start off by using the equation sigma F equals m times a. M being the weight of the foam, which would be 3 kg, and the acceleration would be negative 9 meters over second squared. Our next demonstration would be how to calculate the acceleration and force at which 2 objects collide.
Oh, no.
That's right, girl, I hit you with all that force.
So how are we going to calculate that?
Physics. So why did Priscilla fall? Well, to figure that out, we'd have to use the equation acceleration equals delta v over delta t, and also the equation force equals m times a. So Kiana's final velocity was 0 meters per second and her initial velocity 5 meters per second. You subtract the initial velocity from the final velocity and you put that over 0.5 seconds for delta t. To find the force, you use the equation F equals m times a. Kiana's original mass was 100 pounds, but we converted that to kilograms, which is 45.36 kilograms. Then you just multiply that by negative 10 meters per second squared, which is the answer that you got from the first equation. So hopefully from our demonstrations, you could see that we were able to calculate the acceleration of a blanket using the formula sigma F equals m times a.
Calculate the net force of two forces exerting opposite forces on one object.
And calculate the net force of opposite up and down forces.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.